TOMz.
Keep up on my heart, Mzansi Sanamgala Fuskosing. Stop Penisana Kuli, teenagers on a mission. Right here on SABC One, Mzansi for sure, proudly brought to you by SABC Education.
Kawachoke besansa bulela kalongo samkela kwelo khaya lakho mna ngibonga isipho kanamndedwa ndiphethe usiya mana apha kangiba namhlanje enqubeni sithetha all about addictions mhlawumbe wena ke wakhe weva kaloku usiya kwaye nawe ekhaya ngabantu that are addicted to drugs and alcohol mhlawumbe wena uthi mna guys ana addiction but mhlawumbe you do have an addiction that you don't know of though
mina ngazi abantu aba addicted kuma phone wabo. Hint, hint.
Manje guys xa kubanda naxa kushushu ubrother lo soloko yi so siya kancede but asikho lapho guys yazi into kuzoba mnandi kuzoba ilonto mayipotsoyi namhlanje awufusuka wena usikesijongeke.
Coming up on today's show,
Sibamano Tabang ukubona how he overcame drug addiction and is now fulfilling his dream.
talk about how to spot if you're addicted to your phone, and do you think people who lived thousands of years ago were also addicted to stuff? Ayohanda. And see what the future of addiction counseling might look like. And get some real life info on legal medicines and discover how much that big digital marvel, the internet, actually weighs. Azishege. Ake bafebe sesintshela ukuthi siniphathele uhlelo elivuthamalanga. Now on Facebook sesanibuza ukuthi kahle kahle what is your addiction? uPrince waphendula yena wathi my addiction is Facebook. I'm constantly on my phone.
Obviously benale ngichwaja uthi yena ke yazi intoni with each and every single minute that I get I sleep. So my addiction is sleep guys. If I'm not working I'm just sleeping. Yes, no shame.
Now ufuna ufana nabo it's really easy on Facebook and on Twitter waphethu sikhona facebook.com/TOMz on Twitter very simple @TOMz_SABC_1 ku Instagram ongisubani
Instagram kaloku singi TOMz TV_SABC1 okangokuthoba so siba opera bethu bathini bona.
Atlehang. Okay, ngifuna ukena Atlehang. What is addiction?
Addiction, I think it's something that you can't live without. Like, for example, me, I can't live with my phone. If my parents would ever take my phone, I would go nuts.
Being addictive is like doing something regularly, like things that you cannot live without. Like, yeah, I'm addicted to my phone.
Umnat.
Yeah.
Fresh 100.
Mwah.
Ushotangan.
I'm shooting ngani.
Ushotnganex. What's your name?
Same.
Okay, Sam ngifuna ukena what are you addicted to?
I don't think I have an addiction.
Really?
Yes.
What do you spend on your phone a day?
Almost 80%.
80% of your time.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So ngelanga spend how many hours ku phone yakho?
Mina iphone anginayo mara umngane wami ngibolekile everything kids ngiphethe.
How many times do you spend on your phone ngelanga?
Yo, every second I take out my phone, I look at it.
So kahle kahle the whole day.
Yeah, the whole day. Man.
I just sit on a couch and look at WhatsApp or Facebook.
Okay, cool. So ngifuna ukena how many hours do you spend on your phone ngelanga?
I can say almost the whole day.
Ngifuna ukena, do you think it's a good thing that you're addicted to your phone 80% of the time?
I don't think so. It's very bad.
And how can you stop that?
By telling yourself that I need to stop this and you can stop it. I need to live a better life. I need to change from what I do and do something better.
Ake bethani sebulela ngempendulo zina kwangokuthoba sike sicheck out live it. Changa.
Now, akhona ama symptoms that can help you recognize when someone is addicted to their phone or technology. They will show you signs of anxiety and depression, which will make them seem more on edge. Coupled with this will come aggressiveness, making it difficult for them to build relationships. They will struggle to relate to other people and neglect their friends and family. You may also notice them struggling to sleep and not taking part in healthy activities. As far back as 200 million years, hominid species used psychotropic plants that had the same effect as drugs. Now, around 13,000 years ago, Abantu in Timor used betel nut for a similar purpose, and so did those in Thailand 3,000 years later. Now, cocaine was already popular with the Ecuadorians 5,000 years ago, and Abantu Bona from the Western Andes liked it just as much. Now, studies from 2014 and 2015 show a link between amaselfi and addictive psychological tendencies.
Uyazi wena ke namhlanje kaloku some addictions are legal and some are not.
Ngibwazi ukuthi ngonyaka 2001 Portugal actually made amanye ama drugs ukuthi abe legal, and since then drug users actually decreased.
Wow guys, kasixela lokho napha kumanje lo emnxebelweni ba ungenza njani baba eMzantsi Afrika ezinye i-drugs would actually be made legal. Okwaku lo sayohabla amanzi bathi siyabuya manje uzibuye.
TOMz.
Yebo yes bafethu sesibuyile hayibo isikhathi ukuthi uyeke ifoni yakho ngiyakubona ubhizinesi ifoni yakho buka libabona kude yakho bafethu namhlanje we are talking about addictions.
Injalo kaye ke mhlawumbe usenjengoba seyithethe ngefoni bethu namhlanje nawe kaloku unengxaki ne-addiction pha ifoni yakho. Don't you worry because TOMz kaloku sibe sikufunza i-tricks sanba wenze njani.
Definitely, and we know ukuthi kahle kahle getting over an addiction can take isikhathi eside futhi it's very very tough. Kodwa ke we know a guy who actually came out on top. So isikhathi ukuthi inspire. Beka la.
CADDY pronounced Caddy is the name, yet on another mission of affairs, running the streets of Johannesburg. Touchdown is somewhere to Sisepimville as Zone 3. Today we're going to meet a young inspirational businessman who changed his life for the better. Skudoming addiction and he got rid of his addiction. Yazin, why am I still talking? Let's get it.
My name is Tabang and also known as Tali Molapo. We're right now in Pinville at my home.
Take us through your journey, Noguti, ufike kanjani la ukhona manje.
Right. Born and raised in Soweto. As time went by, we realized that the best way to actually free and independent ourselves was to actually open a business. So my mother and I, we started a business, a catering business. Then gradually as that grew, we realized other loopholes in our country which needed other sorts of businesses. So I went out and I opened my own business. So from there, we opened another business. It's called Bonnie and Clyde, which was me and my ex-wife. And yeah, I think that's what, from there we started, it was just a business family. We were working together and yeah.
Okay, so through your journey, you got addicted to drugs.
Right.
How did that happen?
Well, unfortunately, you know, with everything that's good and bad, influences from the streets. I met a couple of friends of mine and they were already on this journey of drugs. So they introduced it to me and I got addicted to that from that first hit, from that first taste. This drug thing is that bad that you get your first taste and already you can be addicted.
Okay, so what's again addiction?
Yes. Addiction kahle kahle I'd say it's into ichunayo ngathi uyancana, right? It all depends ukuthi when lento yenza is it a good thing or a bad thing.
Yes.
The addiction is something that you can do that's pleasurable to you. Yeah? When it comes to something like drugs, like your crack cocaine, you become kuba into umzimba wakho inganywa. Your mind might not be into it. But umzimba, once it goes inside your body, it's something that your body will always call out for. It gets so bad, this addiction sometimes, that if you don't get what you want, you'll end up selling your assets. With my addiction, coming towards my stop, I realized the addiction was getting so bad that I would sometimes not tell myself, you know what, today I'm not going to go do these drugs. I'm going to chill. I'm just going to be with my family and my kids. But the addiction will kick in so bad that I'll drive there literally with tears in my eyes, rolling on my face. I'll be very wet on my face in car because mentally I don't but physically umzimba uyayifuna that. And I would tell myself with the team, yoshaya nje ezi2, you know, just to get this niche away. You'll only stop masophelelwe imali. While you still have the money, it's rare for people to actually just stop. Some people ugcina ungasayi esipanini, ugcina songasafuni ukubona abantu. Some of the people sebancena nokugeza due to this thing, yabona. Yeah, man.
And you're a businessman now, living your life. Bumnand. So ngitshele ke, what was the turning point for you?
Okay, there was a point when I had invested money from the business we were making inyukunyana. Athatha le nyuku lena ngaloyibhema. Yeah. And when I got to Ipayama, I realized with manje I couldn't provide for anyone around me. In Kawatega Kulun, I realized that I couldn't provide for my kid. My kid was still very young and she was very demanding. She needed a lot of things. And it was that and my mother. Because every time she would see me in that state, you understand? I could see that it's killing her inside and out. And this is the one person who actually, regardless of what, I would lie to her and she would believe me. So I figured, you know what, this is enough. I've lost all my friends. I've lost people who used to believe in me because of Bachelamang and everything. And I realized I only have these drug people, and in this drug life, the drug life is full of lies, my man. People will lie to you to get what they want, to get you to get them what they want. So there's no trust, there's nothing there. So my turning point, cool at most, was especially my daughter, you know. I realized that, you know, I had to live for this person, and I was going school fees because I smoked all the money. I was going to buy her napkins because I smoked all the money. That's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to sit my family down, tell them about my problem, tell them I've already, to show them and to turn my life around, saying to them rehab, which will work for me. And then I spoke to them and they were very understanding. I had to stay there for a month. First thing, I get there and I find there's actually not just me, there's a whole lot of people who wanted to stop. Some were brought there by force, in which they felt that they weren't ready to stop. If you want to stop drugs, it's gonna be up to the user to say, you know what, I've had enough. I would love to go to rehab. Then recovery is easier in that manner. Unlike anything you're not for.
What an inspirational guy, but fair. It just goes to show you can use your skills and also your ideas to overcome challenges and have a good life.
Have a good time for your life. Internet, yes, and internet addiction. If it's so big, surely yes, the internet.
Yo, when I pick out the internet, hit us up on Facebook and on Twitter while we take a quick commercial break.
So let's go.
TOMz.
Sibile samkela kaloku nawe kwelo khaya kanga babethana simulele ba uphinde wathatha ixesha wasamkela man kwelo khaya la kwayivasiya inkqubo lela ke sithi xa sibiza teenagers on a mission TOMz kweli gumbi losasazo SABC 1 Mzansi for sure siphathele ngamaqela onqinkqubo man aba bantu banalanto yayiva SABC education ke leyo bethina namhlanje mhlawumbe wena uyangena uyazi basetha ngantoni namhlanje apha enkqubeni ke sithetha ngayo yonke into ebandakanye addiction.
Wena lapha ekhaya usasefoni yakho usabheka ifoni. I have news for you. You might just be addicted to ifoni yakho. Yeka leyo phone wena ngikubhekile.
Sidibene nobhuti ke bethunani yazi othe yena wasebenzisa indlela ngendlela to overcome addiction leyo yakhe. Kangiba yazi into ngoku wenza izinto zenzeke sana oya to them talk. Uyayiva asike sibone ke.
So, asikhulume ke ukuthi about this rock drug. What bayenzani emzimbeni?
Rock, hey, funny enough, akusinto engathi the high ihlala isikhathi emzimbeni.
Okay.
It's literally less than a minute. You understand?
Oh, okay.
That's why you can get to spend 6,000 in plus minus 6 hours, 4 hours. While you are doing that, you are getting dehydrated. That's number one.
Okay.
It shuts down. I'm a such important in your body. Yeah, I would say, like right now, you might need to eat. I will eat the whole day. Once you start hitting the drug, you will not eat. I once did it and tried eating just to go against it.
Yes.
Food feels like soil when you start chewing it. It breaks down. It starts feeling like uhlafuna sand, umhlabat. You understand? So ukudla is not a good idea within that. The drug takes that away. You will not sleep. You become an insomniac. You drug there once you awake all the time. So that you can go buy some more. That addiction cause it for you to during that time, if you in a very secluded place, because one man. You won't go socialize with your everyday Joe, yeah? So in a very serious manner, which you lose weight. You'll definitely lose amasosha omzimba, as I've mentioned before. Isn't at the time because it has substituted itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you feel like you'd rather go for the drug. If you feel like you want to drink, you'd rather go for the drug. So it just takes away a whole lot of things in life in rehab because of Kayama tools on they'll tell you when you get there, which we're not here to stop you from doing drugs. No, we are here to give you these tools to help you to right. For example, I'll give you guys a couple. You must now stop using the same routes you were using to the drug house.
Okay.
If you go via a purchased room, if your drug place was in Para and you would use the porch, in order for you not to relapse, you have to find the ninja to use, because the minute you use that route again, it might trigger addiction. Yeah, and to trigger it is very easy. There's 5 million triggers in the world, my man. The smell, the rock, the sound, what it used to sound like, something that looks like it can trigger for you to relapse. What you used to use, the light, age, it smells age. Matches can trigger that. The car you're using, the clothes you wear when you spend the most, can still trigger that feeling with it. I had fun that night in Alama drugs. It can trigger for you to go get some more. You don't have to go in PM at the time, just have to look at them and then you remember this person is a user. I can take him with me, so by. That can trigger. There's a whole lot of things that can trigger your addiction. That's why sobriety is a lifetime thing. You don't just go to rehab and then you are healed. No, you have to heal yourself throughout the years for the rest of your life, because one little thing can literally trigger everything. And once you relapse, you're gonna go harder than before you went to rehab.
It was a dope day.
Yeah, it was a dope day. I hope you guys learned the ones and twos about this drug life and addiction.
Most definitely, Mina, I did, and I'm inspired. I'm inspired a lot. I think you want more videos also inspired now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Otherwise, there you have it. Utabang is living proof. Oguti, anything can happen. From a drug addict who lost everything to a businessman who's gaining a lot. This is what we call mission accomplished. Stay in school, don't do drugs. Until next time, SABC do I pronounce Keri and Tabang. We're out of here. Ama drugs are infiltrating every aspect of life in South Africa, including school children. The average age of drug dependency in our country is 12 years and dropping. Some of the most common drugs sold in schools is marijuana, cocaine, and crack. Drug addiction can have detrimental effects on the body, and some of these include heart failure and a weak immune system. Kumbula, guys, drug destroys millions of lives every year, so say no to drugs.
Nabaphethe TOMz nyazi ukuthi uyathanda ukuthi nivakashele ezikoleni zenu. Ona lapha ekhaya if uyayibona, then feel free to tag yourself on our social media platforms, or if you want TOMz to come to your school, then all you have to do is drop us an email with tomztv@sabc.co.za. Right now though, let's see what went down.
Alright guys, no, you calling anything addiction ain't you guys are so addicted to your phones. Well guys, let me tell you about this app. It's called Cell Phone Break Free Addiction app. So it's not addicted to your phones, yo, because you guys are addicted to your phones and and there's another app for you guys to actually stay healthy in a family. It's called Drugs Dictionary. That plan is on medicine, you know? And then there's another one, Futi. I feel like you guys are addicted to the internet and not your phones. And to stop that, there's actually an app, virtual-addiction.com.
Helping us to look for some information.
Yeah, but not big information, but you big information, why it's an addiction and it's too much.
So per day, like I think how many maybe percentage I can use my phone?
20, that's enough.
20.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys are on fire namhlanje. So go out there, take the advice from Ontanga Benu and get your hands on some awesome resources.
Njalo ke bethu niyazi nje wena siya napha ekhaya ukufunda ngenye yendlela kaloku ezathi kuncede wena ube pha phezulu zanti kamba lethu sathi sifika ku 2025 ube wena ungungqa phambili. Wena kwaNgoku TOMz ke sibone ba where's the future?
Now, ochwepheshe bakholelwa ekutheni in the future, rehab centers for cell phone addiction will be opened. Abanye bathi your addiction to technology will actually help to guide human evolution. Now, at the moment, vaccines are being tested that could help to lessen the effects of substance abuse. Now, future addiction treatment will ensure the psychological disorder that lead to the addiction is also treated. Now, abantu that suffer from addiction will no longer be pushed out of society, but rather embraced, helping to make the addictions get triggered less. Hey, mhlawumbe ubulokhu usibukile la ekhaya ku-TOMz namhlanje and you've actually realized ukuthi une-addiction.
Umbuzo kaloku thina simbuzayo uba yintoni kanye yakho i-addiction, but most of all bethu xa sithetha nge-internet and it being so big, inoba isingakangakanani.
A binary code, what the internet is made out of, is a series of 1 to 0 digits that make up the characters and images as what on computer. Lama digits lawa are made out of electrons, which have the mass. That means about 4 gig of data on a drive weighs about 0.001 gram. Around the world, the internet is stored on between 75 and 100 million servers. They use about 40 billion watts of electricity. Scientists are able to measure the weight of electrons present in electricity. They do the math and they figure the internet altogether weighs about 50 grams. 50. Lokushuguti, it's about the weight of a normal chocolate bar, Bafethu. Aha, Bafethu, TOMz iniphathele indaba ezimnandi khona lapha emakhaya.
Ishala kayi beshana yazi sinobele sethanda uphisa nangokufika ixesha lokhu.
So wena lapha ekhaya ufune i-idea episode ufuna ukuyibona khona la ku-TOMz, all you have to do is
send us the idea, Bafethu, and if it's fresh and brilliant, we'll make it a TOMz official episode khona la ku-SABC
And
One.
not only that, kaloku beshana, you get a goodie bag as well as a skipper sa ku-TOMz One.
So wena lapha ekhaya, all you have to do is send through your ideas on Facebook, which is facebook.com/TOMz. On Twitter, we are simply at TOMz_SABC_1.
Kuthiwa ingapheli iyahlola nathi ke sifikelele kwisiphelo senkqubo yethu namhlanje. Sibulele abantu bethu nangohlala nathi 30 minutes yonke wathi sahlala nathi ayiva la nto sathemba kaloku uba ufundela ukhulu nge-addiction kangoba ungafumana indlela zokunceda.
Definitely, and if you're still unclear about something or Sanimibuzo, feel free to post those questions on our Facebook and Twitter pages. www.tomz.co.za, and the only thing that you can only be addicted to is, of course, TOMz. From myself and Bongi, it's goodbye. Coming up next time on TOMz, social media and what do people use it for? Hang out with one of the funniest guys in South Africa to see how he uses social media to raise his voice. We know how to do it, but how does it really work? Now see the tech behind uploading a YouTube video. We all love the internet, right? But what if it was never invented? Yo! Now do not miss TOMz every Monday and Tuesday at 4 p.m. right here on SABC One, Mzansi for sure.